walk away from each other and then run right back into trouble. Deciding to let it all hang out here in this one. Did you see that? Oh no, Carl Froch got caught. A true champion knows how to get out of trouble after they got into trouble, and it appears the onslaught is over. Hold it right there. Crawford is dazed. That was the moment.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
Crawford's legs are all over the place. How did they survive that?
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than have to.
Oh, Froch seeing cobwebs. And it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
What caught sleeping on the job? What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself.
Oh my goodness, Johnny! Froch in trouble. Looks like trouble was averted. Hold that thought! Carl Froch, we didn't see this coming. Trying to buy time. It appears that the moment of trouble... Oh, right there! Crawford in trouble! Didn't wait long to get back and get engaged.
Green Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back.
Very close. Hold it right there! Terrence Crawford just got rocked. Crawford got hit hard and down he goes. Thank goodness we've got instant replay. We get to see it again.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. Listen to me. Are you okay?
Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. It's not over till it's over, but that knockdown is going to be huge.
You've been put down, you've got to think right, survive, and then give it back the next round.
Let him back.
Yes, I like that round. Good round. Feel good?
On to the second round. Got to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
What a knockdown. 1 minute, you need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
Hold on, got to cut you off here, Johnny. Crawford may be ready to... Imagine seeing this punch coming and not being able to do anything about it.
A shot from the gods took him out.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You still want to fight?
The referee says they can continue, but how much more do they have left?
Some fighters, when this happens, this can be heartbreaking. Some fighters, it makes them angry. They want to get back into the mix again. I want to know, what sort of character are we looking at here?
Lincoln, you miss a good thing we can watch that all over again.
I've got to see that again.
So it's onward and upward after a knockout win here.
A knockout victory? That's not a knockout victory. That is somebody saying, I'm here, I've arrived. Try that again, it will happen all over again.
All the belts, mighty. In the ring, I swing left, right, man's head get ping. Can't try a ting. No ping, we bring man right, somebody shots fling. Ding ding, step in the ring, I swing left, right, man's head get ping. Can't try a ting. No ping, we bring man right, somebody shots fling. Ding ding, step in the ring, I swing left, right, man's head get ping. Can't try a ting. No ping, we bring man right, somebody shots fling. Uppercut, fling, right up, fling. Can't try a ting. Send man over the ropes. Man try come for the belt, but I push you, never saw ended all of your hopes. Now all of your bros are stood on the sideline, head in the hand shot, joke of the show. Better keep those hands up, swing for their fences. Oh, you're going no poorly for sure. No ping, we bring man right, somebody shots fling. Ding ding, step in the ring, I swing left, right, man's head get ping. Can't try a ting. No ping, we bring man right, somebody shots fling. I came from the 7 Hills, city of steel, home of the village and brilliant meals. Can't take man for a pudding, take man to Ingles. Mummy have a kid on his heels. In the ring, it's gritty and real. Brave art man put a kid on his shield. At daft man put a kid on his. Been bad from when I was swinging on field. Left up, give a brother whiplash. Not gonna work with a sit back. Man wanna show ball over the top, send him over the ropes like Prince Snap. Send a man through ropes like Hopkins. Go mad like Mike when he lost it. I'm trying to be the best like money. Most guys don't know about boxing. Ding ding, step in the ring, I swing left, right, man's head get ping. Can't try a ting. No ping, we bring men right, somebody shots fling. Ding ding, step in the ring, I swing left, right, man's head get ping. Can't try a ting. No ping, we bring men right, somebody shots fling. Now what we gonna do right here?
I'm Todd Grisham, and all the seats have been sold. We're live at the Empire Fight Camp. Next to me, of course, is Johnny Nelson.
Looking forward to this one, Todd.
Time for our tale of the tape. It's the Towering Inferno. Can you imagine having to deal with this guy's frame? They call him, of course, the Towering Inferno. Sugar Ray Robinson. Many consider him to be the greatest fighter.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner, representing the renowned boxing family from Coachella, California in the United States, here is a unified super welterweight champion of the world, the Towering Inferno, Sebastian Fundora.
Lots of hype as they will fight into the night. We're outdoors for this big main event.
The fans are getting desperate. They want to get involved in this fight. And now the action's about to begin.
Thousands of fans here in attendance tonight, but when the bell rings, there will only be 2 that we're talking about. And we're off and running between these 2 really accomplished fighters. Let's see how they come out. You couldn't write a script like this. This is like Rocky versus Apollo. Trying to land that jab. The media expects a lot from this fight under the stars here at night.
These fights are about to block themselves off and say, right, that's it. Keep out of it. Now it's fight time. The whole day, everyone's been waiting for these 2. This is it. This is it.
They exchange punches. much firepower here. Neither one of them wants this to go to the judges' scorecards. They're both trying for a knockout. This fighter's completely content to sit back and let you make the first move. That's where they thrive.
Counterpuncher's my favorite kind of fighter. A good counterpuncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
A very competitive round here so far.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
And he scores with the counter. They have no respect for each other's punching power. Nope, that hook won't score. This counter fighter believes in the anything you can do, I can do better. They'll let you throw a punch first, and they'll answer you and usually hit you harder.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right. Concentrate.
Left hook missed. You can tell who's stronger and who's faster. How about that time? This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. What would you tell this guy? He's got to do something different.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
Don't worry about our round. Let's go out there and let's reset.
And there's the bell for round two. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Obvious who the bigger, stronger fighter is. Let's see if they use it to their advantage.
You've got to make your opponent fight your kind of fight. They've got to get into your kind of argument, your kind of dance.
Catch and shoot. And down goes the towering Inferno. I don't know, I got to take another look at that.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
Back on their feet, but how long will they stay there?
That is a show of character. When you're put down, your eagles hurt, your chin's hurt, your body's hurting, and you've got to get up, suck it up, and think, right, I'm back in the game again. It's so hard for a fighter.
Nobody home with that hook. Got the advantage halfway through the round.
Perfect game plan. The thing is, can anybody figure out what to do to change this? It's a perfect start.
They are not going to let this one go to the judges. Being exerted here. And so far, the offense has been better than the defense. Big swing and a miss with the hook. to be careful not to punch himself out. His stamina is off the charts. It's been all one-way traffic with just 10 seconds to go in the round. Plan B time after being knocked down in that round.
I love the response, though. Got back up, took a deep breath, got right.
You got him back together. Listen, be smart.
The bell rings and we start the third. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff him.
What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
Not a lot of defense here at all. Big shots from both of these fighters. Got to be careful, though. Hook was off target. Nice counter shot. There's been a significant aggression difference in this fight, Johnny. What do you see?
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want. Because they want to get you there. They want you to stand there, toe-to-toe with them, and have a terror. That's what they do in the gym every single day of the week. What you've got to do is you've got to frustrate them as they set their shots. Get out of the way. And they'll get so angry, so frustrated because they can't work.
Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
They threw the hook, it didn't land. What heart, what desire, but at what cost? In the early rounds of a fight, you'll see two boxers feel each other out, test each other's power, and I think this boxer has decided I can walk through anything that lands.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those pointed areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skin them, go for speed.
Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Now you start wondering how much work these two fighters did in the gym.
There's a lot on the line here.
Calm yourself back. Come on, breathe, breathe. I need you to switch back.
Great work. I love it. There's the bell for round 4. Let's see how much recovery they saw there in the last minute.
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
Is he going to punch himself out, though? Good counter punching. Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. Well, with welterweights, they sometimes bring you the best of both worlds. Fast hands and power.
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close round.
Beautiful counter shot. He threw a punch and just got countered. The only fear you have with this fighter is, has he punched himself out? Good counter punch. Real good back and forth between these two fighters.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Wow, that seemed to be the punch he was looking for. Let's watch it again.
That's lights out right there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Come to me.
Apparently, it's going to take more than that to keep this fighter down.
Hard, he's up. I'll be surprised if he makes it back to the corner. And if he does, will he get back up from the stool again? That was a shot.
Failing to score with that right hook. Nice defense there, blocking the hook. You're not throw out a lazy jab in this fight, you'll get knocked out. Final 10 seconds here, unless we get some late drama. I think we all know who won this round. He's been knocked down, but at least not knocked out yet.
Can make or break a fighter.
Get this boxing back together. I need you to go back out there. I need you to win.
Yes, I like that round. Good round. You feel good? Hey, good work out there.
Just boxing. Just be smart. Just get your shots off.
Time for the 5th round. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
It's always fascinating to watch two good welterweights because they've got blurry hand speed and good power.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Holding nothing back here in the round. Tried to score with that hook, but missed. There's no way this fighter can go punch for punch. Their resistance to these blows just isn't the same.
I've seen some fights with a granite chin. You could hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a cliff. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
He parries away the left uppercut. His stamina is off the charts. Nope, that jab not going to score. This fighter's sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. He'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
Some fighters are just gifted with such hand speed, footwork, movement. They are gifted. They are the chosen few.
He's putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. You've heard the old phrase, this might come down to who wants it more, but it might come down to who's in better shape.
You cannot gas out if you prepared right, slept right, ate right, and did everything right.
Going round, I like it. I'm happy.
There's the bell for round 6. Fatigue is setting in. Let's see how they handle it here in this round.
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
Fantastic punch. The work rate is down. The head isn't moving as well, Johnny. Fatigue is starting to set in.
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in a fight. They've got to relax.
Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. That uppercut does not score. His stamina is off the charts. Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
As you can see, it was a hit to the head that did it. Let's watch it again.
Where did that come from? What?
1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're out.
So time to go celebrate after a knockout win here.
What?
You are the sweetest thing. I live all the joy you bring. But I'm coming back.
I'm Todd Grisham. The crowd cannot wait to witness this one. We're live at the CompuBox Academy. And watching this live with me is Johnny Nelson.
I feel like a fraud. How have I got these ringside seats?
It's time for our tale of the tape. And here he is, Terrence Crawford. And facing him, Sugar Ray Robinson out of Harlem, New York, 72.6 kilos. He's 180 centimeters tall with a reach of 184 centimeters. And here he is in the flesh, Terrence Bud Crawford, the undisputed lightweight champion of the world. He also can crack at welterweight, one of the best to ever do it. Sugar Ray Robinson, one of the most skilled boxers to ever lace up the gloves, inducted into the International Boxing Hall of Fame in 1990 when he fights out of Harlem, New York.
Oh, pure bad blood.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from Omaha, Nebraska, here is the acclaimed 3-division world champion and 2-division undisputed champion of the world, Terrence Bud Crawford. Fighting out of the blue corner, from New York, here is one of boxing's all-time greats with 174 wins in his 201 fights. A welterweight champion of the world, a 5-time middleweight champion of the world, Sugar Ray Robinson.
What a pleasure it is to be here in this environment. What a venue for this showdown.
I love this arena. I dream of places like this. I dream of fights like this. I dream of atmospheres like this, but it could only happen here.
No doubt about it. This was the hottest ticket in town by a country mile. Every seat has been sold. These athletes have promised us a war. Let's see if they deliver. No rest for the weary. Do you believe this? Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. A lot of trash talk between these two fighters. Now it's time to put up or shut up.
Did you see the nerves on a fight stepping into the ring, Tom? It can tell you so much about a fighter. And the look in the opposite corner. You've got one fighter that is in heaven. This is where they want to be.
Good idea, but misses with the left hook. You'd like to see more jabs. The courage on display here is incredible. This counter fighter believes in me. Anything you can do, I can do better. They'll let you throw a punch first, and they'll answer you and usually hit you harder.
They have got great ring IQ. Counter punches are the best.
With the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? Caution being thrown to the wind. Nice exchange here from both men. Throwing the hook, but it doesn't score. Both men step back for just a moment. And this is a you hit me hard, I'll hit you hard type of fight. Robinson got buzzed there. He's in trouble. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Well, we're entering desperation mode here. Going to need a knockout.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute of this round is important. You cannot afford to lose it.
Now, get your mind back, get your focus back, get that jab back.
Landing your power shots. Good work. Don't forget the jab.
On to the second round. After that last round, something has got to change.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
This counter-puncher is going to wait for you to move first, and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little twitch you do. So you've got to fight a counter-puncher smart.
I'd like to see someone use a jab here to establish a boxing presence, but no, they just want to fight. Nice job blocking the hook. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. You can see the heavy breathing, but that's not slowing him down. Both of these fighters have the conditioning to go the distance, no problem. They also have the power to end this with one punch. Who's willing to go where the other fighter won't? Nice counter. It's like a game of joust. They both got their swords. They're slinging it. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
Holding nothing back here in the round. Throws the jab, but does not score. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what? Next round, you're getting it. You're going to get it. Kitchen sink.
Hey, I like that round. Good work. Just stay.
Come on, switch on. Get your boxing back together.
Keep smart. Don't be looking there for one shot at a time.
You gotta get out there and win this round, kid. You had everything in the bag, and now you're gonna let him back into it. Don't worry about that round. Don't worry about it. Hey, let's go out.
Get out. Go out there.
And there's the bell for round 3. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
There's no way this fighter can go punch for punch. Their resistance to these blows just isn't the same.
Middleweights always gives us a class. If you've got 2 class middleweight fighters, you are in for action. I'm quite sure right now, if you know your boxing, there's a certain fighter, Mr. I would just say marvelous, but some fighters were unbelievable middleweight.
punch lands. Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. The old adage is, no matter how much speed you've got, timing beats speed.
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close round.
They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. Counter shot lands. The winner of this surely will get a world title shot. When you're a power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
Incredible work rate. That counter punch caught him clean. Just missed with that hook. He blocks the right hook. Very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. The game plan does not seem to be working here. What's he have to do differently?
You know what? I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, bro, ring away.
Yes, I like that.
Here's the bell for round 4. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
One of the best attributes to have in boxing has nothing to do with boxing. It's how well you can take a punch to the face.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've got in the ring with fights like that and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
His stamina is off the charts. Right when you think the pace will slow down, it picks up. Energy and endurance are not an issue for this fighter who continues to be aggressive as the rounds wear on.
Todd, look back in history. Sugar Ray Leonard against Roberto Duran. The first fight, Sugar Ray Leonard tried to fight, stand there toe-to-toe with him. The second fight, he thought, this guy's aggressive. He's nasty. He'll do everything to get the win. I've got to box him. I've got to frustrate him. I've got to humiliate him and show him how good a boxer I am. That's the only way you beat an aggressive fighter. Show your boxing skills. Step out the way. Don't fight fire with fire. Use brain over brawn.
Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. He threw a punch and just got countered. That hook's blocked. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain then.
Is he going to punch himself out, though? Nice work to block that right uppercut. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. How much cardio was put in for this fight? It may come down to that.
This is when you talk about championship material.
Breathe.
Great round, great round. Now relax.
Good work. Back together. I need you to focus on what you're doing.
Can't miss him. Great work. Stay focused. Don't let him back into the fight. Great.
You're better than this, kid. Go back out there and win the round. Get back behind your jab. Basics. Just get your rhythm back. Here we go again. You've been coasting this.
That right hand is beautiful. That's it. Just start sticking it
And be confident. You gotta take that confidence away. Go out.
There's the bell to start round 5. Fatigue is setting in. Let's see how they handle it here in this round.
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
The only fear you have with this fighter is has he punched himself out? Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
Look back in the history books. Some of the best fighters in the world were the middleweights. Yes, the glamour division is the heavyweights, we know. But I'm telling you now, you look right there, these guys are on it. Fast, sharp, powerful. But it hurts, and you can imagine that being you. They're the size of an average man.
This fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. How about that time counter shot? Is he going to punch himself out, though? This fighter has been extremely aggressive so far, Johnny, but how do they keep it up over the distance of this fight?
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
Just misses with the right uppercut. Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. Big hook thrown, but it doesn't connect. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Stamina is always an issue in a prize fight.
There's a lot on the line here.
Let him back into the fight. You're way better than this guy.
Good work. That's it. Now breathe. Breathe. Just get...
Come on, switch on. Get your boxing back together.
There's the bell to start round 6. That 1-minute break surely wasn't enough for him to completely recover.
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
This fighter's certainly not going to out-throw their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
Oh, what a punch. His stamina is off the charts. Just misses right uppercut. You can tell one of these fighters is starting to fade. What does he need to do to get back in this contest?
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Nice job blocking the left hook. That big hook doesn't land. How much confidence do you build when your opponents hit you with their best shot and you walk right through it?
I've seen some fighters with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
Throwing a hook, but nice defense there. Nice defense on that hook. He's putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Talk about Crawford in that last round. I'm worried about these two fighters gassing out as this fight goes on.
You cannot gas out. If you prepared right, slept right, ate right, and did everything right for this fight, you have no excuse for gas.
That jab is slick. Just stay focused.
Here comes round 7. Was 1 minute enough time for them to recover after what we saw last round?
What are they doing that now? Are they trying to get an earning out? That's a lot of energy burst. They did 6 rounds in one. They're going to be absolutely shattered.
As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
A lot of effort being exerted here. Swing and a miss with the right hook. Can't score with that right uppercut. Well, Johnny, as you know, there's a fine line between being aggressive and being too aggressive.
This is about ego. Get your ego in check, Todd, because if you fight a man that is used to doing this, he's confident and comfortable doing this, why are you giving him that chance to dance that dance? Step out of the way, box him. Frustrating, because if you let him get away with it, he throws you down.
Crawford is dazed. And it appears they weathered the storm. How, I'm not sure.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
For those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Terence Crawford just got rocked. I thought we were going to see the finish there.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
through the hook, didn't land. Nice counter shot. It's knockout or bust for both of these fighters. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. We'll see how much endurance these two fighters have.
There's a lot on the line here.
Get your mind back, get your focus back, get that jab back.
Yes, I like that round. Good round. You feel good? Good man.
Go back and win the round, right? There's only one round that you're
Doing the gaps will appear. You were thinking, you were
back together. Just take the round off. Win the round on your jab.
And there's the bell for round 8. How much is left in their tank after last round?
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, they're...
And down goes Crawford. That punch to the head looks so good live. Let's see it again in slow motion and really appreciate it.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods.
Back on their feet, but how long will they stay there?
Oh, he can smell blood. Look at that. He's put in round once. He knows what shot works and where to land it. Then try and do it again. He's just not got to get trigger happy.
Crawford in trouble. I don't believe what we're seeing here.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now...
Whoa, did you see that? Give me just a second here, Johnny. Crawford's legs are all over the place. We almost saw a knockout a second ago, and now they're going toe-to-toe. Beautiful counter punch. Good defense on that left hook. Looks like he's leading halfway through this round.
No doubt at all.
Whoa, Johnny, out of nowhere, look at this. Crawford may be ready to go down. Now that is a massive knockdown. Let's take another look.
I need to see that again.
So the fight will continue, but what does the game plan have to look like now?
He's up, but for how long? Look at that. On the heels, look at it's nothing there. There's no defense. The eyes are glazed. It just takes one more clear shot. A clean one. Then he's out of there.
Stamina is off the charts. Crawford in trouble. As you can see here, a picture-perfect punch did the trick.
That's lights out right there.
You saw it here live. A knockout win. Congratulations.
A knockout victory. That is... Todd, did you see the shot? That's not a knockout. That's an assassination. What a shot.